Hello class, welcome back to another math video with Mr. Fandaka. We are going to be talking about three-dimensional shapes today, or 3D shapes. So, I have our I can statement here. Today in math, I can identify three-dimensional or 3D shapes. Let's say it all together. Today in math, I can identify three-dimensional 3D shapes. This is a big word, identify. What it really means is you just look and you know what something is. You can identify it. You can probably identify a penny. You look and you know that's a penny. Or you could identify a family member by looking and seeing that it's them. So that's what you're going to be able to do with some three-dimensional shapes. So here's the first one we'll look at. Do you know what it is? Have you seen it before? That is a sphere. There are a couple spheres in the classroom. We use one most mornings of the week. Whoop. You roll it to your friends. It's the ball from morning meeting. That's a sphere. And let's see, there's another sphere that we have in the room. One of these basketballs that are kind of flat. But that's a sphere. A sphere is sort of like a circle, but it's not a circle, because a circle is a flat shape. Can't roll. It's just a plain shape that is flat, but a sphere is a three-dimensional shape that can roll around. Okay, the next one we'll talk about is, where did it go? Here we go. That shape. There's another one. There's another one. Do you know what it is? Have you seen it before? Cylinder. We have a couple of cylinders here in the classroom. Actually, tons of cylinders in the classroom. I'll show you a few, but I don't want to show you too many because I want you to be able to find some. There's a cylinder. It has a little bit of a different top, but it is a cylinder. Here's another one. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Remember that cylinder that had a top secret message inside? Here's a cylinder. That's all I will show you. Again, the bottom or top of a cylinder looks like a circle, but it's not a circle. It's a cylinder. Okay. Next, we'll talk about this three-dimensional shape. And to be honest, there aren't many of these in the classroom. You could probably find a few. I always have kids that find a couple. Whoops. There you go. That is a cone. A cone. Cone also has a circle on one end, but it's pointy on the other. A cone. That's a three-dimensional shape. Another three-dimensional shape that we'll talk about is right here. A lot of kids might recognize one of these. They might have seen pictures of very large ones, often a faraway land called Egypt. They are pyramids. That's a pyramid. A pyramid can be a square pyramid or a triangular pyramid. These are square pyramids because the bottom look like squares and the sides look like triangles. In a triangular pyramid, the bottom here would look like a triangle. But these are square pyramids. A pyramid. There are even fewer pyramids to find in the classroom, but they're there. Okay. Next three-dimensional shape is right here. Kids often enjoy this three-dimensional shape. Ta-da! A cube. A cube is a three-dimensional shape that is made up of squares. All the sides are squares. There's a square on this side, on this side, on this side, on this side, on that side. There are 6 sides to a cube, and each side is a square. But it's not a square. When you see a cube, don't call it a square, because a square is a flat plane shape like this. But a cube is a three-dimensional shape. Here's a cube that you might recognize from the classroom. A die is a cube. Sometimes kids like to call Legos cubes, but they're so close, but they're not really. I'm going to run over here. Okay, here's a Lego. One side of it looks like a square, but the other side isn't really a square. So this is almost a cube, but not really a cube. Just like something like this. There's a square here, but on this side, it's not a square. So this is also not a cube. Wouldn't be a cube. All right. The last one I'll show you is that shape. And I have some others. You can even put one up like this. Do you know what they're called? We talked about it for a minute in class. Might not remember the name. It's kind of tricky. A rectangular prism. A rectangular prism. There are lots of rectangular prisms in the classroom. A pack of sticky notes is a rectangular prism. One side's a rectangle. And another side's a rectangle too, but they're different rectangles. It's a big rectangle here and a kind of skinny one there, and an even smaller one there. So here's a rectangular prism. A domino is a rectangular prism. Let's see. Ooh. A lot of rectangular prisms you might know about. Stick of gum, rectangular prism. Even this Lego I took out earlier is really a rectangular prism because it has a rectangle on the side. And then the square on the top and the bottom. Rectangular prism. So those are the three-dimensional shapes that you can hopefully identify. A rectangular prism has rectangles on the sides. A cube, might be able to fit them all. A cube looks like a square on all sides. A sphere looks sort of like a circle, but it's not. It's a 3D shape that rolls around. A cylinder looks like a circle on one end, but it's a 3D shape. Oh boy, I don't know if I can fit them all. Let's see. A pyramid is a 3D shape that has triangles on the sides, and it might have a square or triangle on the bottom. Pyramid. And it's getting a little crowded around here. Okay, here we go. Let's try. Excuse me. A cone is a 3D shape that has a circle on one end and is pointy on the other. So those are 3D shapes that you can identify. So today in math, could you identify 3D shapes? Yes. There are the 3D shapes that you can identify. A cube, a cylinder, a cone, a pyramid, a sphere, and a rectangular prism. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.